Hey guys, Gamer here, King of the Kingdom. I'm really sorry I've been gone for a long time at the FOMS, so I'll explain. But, yeah, this is a picture of me, like, back in 2016 or 17, whatever, when I was trying to make my profile picture for my YouTube channel. Or I think I was just taking cool pics, or I don't know what I was doing, but eventually made the profile pic for my channel. Anyway, so one of the problems is, if you look this up, and you can look this up, one of the problems with iPhones is that whenever there's, let's say there's a new iPhone, and then like the next two iPhones later, that iPhone that used to be new but not anymore, they'll tamper with it and they'll intentionally, I think they'll have some update, and then if you install it, like just any normal update, and then your phone gets screwed over, and then like for instance, you can free up, you can either free up somebody's space or whatnot. And then all this, or you don't even use your phone. Next thing you know, your storage is full for some reason. It's really stupid, and it's happened to me a lot. And now, maybe asking if that's the reason why I haven't made videos, and why I'm making a video right now. It's not instant, so you don't have to deal with it just instantly going to storage full. But at the same time, it can still go pretty fast. Like I freed up like 10 gigabytes, I think. Around that, and then like literally like minutes later, I didn't record any videos or do anything. Minutes later, just said storage full, and then it showed like whatever many gigabytes, even though I freed a lot of space, and I was so not happy. But the good thing is that you can still download apps before it does that, and it can be a while until it does that. I don't know, really depends on the freaking thing. The phone's weird, but good thing is I downloaded this app. And it's called Splice. It's editing software, but you can do audio on there. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't take up any space, at least not for me. So until you actually, or when it comes to actually recording the audio and video, until you have to export it, you have to actually, finish it and then they save to your phone. That's what takes up space. Besides that, it doesn't. And one of the downsides is that it can take up a lot of space. Unlike other editing softwares, I used to use Video Leap, and then I think they messed it up to where features you could usually have for free, they made it to where you have to pay now or some crap. Or last time I checked, it was like a long time ago, so I stopped using it. So maybe they changed it to good. I don't know. I think when you first download it, it'll let you do this stuff, but then I don't know. The long story short, this is a lot. When you actually export the videos, it takes a lot more space, and I do not like it, but. I mean, it's better than other stuff I've used. So, but the good thing is I can at least record this right now. So, that's good. I don't have to worry about storage, whatever. So, I want to keep those as short as I can. So, yeah, okay. So, feature the channel real quick, and then I'll probably just end it. So, three main things. One, gaming videos. I forgot to mention about the laptop. So I can't use the laptop, so I'm using it before. And the Xboxes we moved. We couldn't bring the Xbox. Eventually, we got the Xbox now. After we went back and got out of storage, but with a laptop though, to actually record videos on the Xbox with laptop, here's a picture. It broke. The thing happened where it's messed up, and you can look this up. It's a common, or I think it's common. I don't know, but to where like it'll start to fade, like the screen will fade into purple. And do not buy batteries. That would be a waste. It's a good thing I didn't. I think I was going to, but I didn't. It'd be a waste. The people thought it was a battery problem. It's not, but it fades purple, and the screen freezes, and it fades to purple, and you have to move the screen a certain way to where it doesn't show that. So it's a screen problem, not a battery problem, I think. So if you bought a battery, try to sell it or return it, whatever, get money back from it, because if you can't, then that sucks. But you can at least try selling it or something. But unless it was a battery problem for you. Or for those of you who've went through it before. But besides that, a lot of times it's a screen problem. So that's what happened. I moved it a little too much and it cracked. So I used tape. I was trying to keep it a certain way, and it started to work. Then it got worse and worse. And not because I couldn't move the screen that way, but just because it got worse and worse. And so when I eventually moved it a little too much, it cracked. And yeah. So that's why I couldn't use laptop. Anyway, so about the future of my channel, gaming. Okay, so if I can get I can do gaming on the phone, or there are good games on the phone, and I already know how to record my voice and whatnot with videos, so I can just do that. So that's what I'll do, and I can actually stream No, I'm not saying I'll stream my channel or anything unless you guys want me to, but I'll only stream like through Facebook, not because I like it like Facebook or anything, not because I want people to follow it. If anything, I don't. I'd only do it and on YouTube, whatever. Probably just on YouTube. I could private it afterwards. But the point is that one of the only ways I can record without taking up a crap ton of space is to record through a streaming app, and then afterwards I can private the video unless it's or stream unless it's already private. But I mean, you guys could watch the stream before it gets private, or I could just enlist it, or I could even leave it public for you guys. I don't know, but even if I do, I'll still make a video. Like I'll edit it, and make a 20-minute version or however long version. And so it'll be like a normal video, like a normal 20-minute, whatever, how many minute video, except the difference is you can still watch the original live stream of it. So that's one of the ways I can only actually record videos is through the live streaming thing. Then I can just screen record the live stream thing and then just edit stuff out and edit stuff in and whatnot. And then there we go. So that's what I'll do. But yeah. And when it comes to, I'm trying to remember, okay, a creepypasta. Now, I won't just make it with creepypasta, I won't just make creepy creepypastas. They're these troll pastas, as they call it. It's like creepypasta, but it's funny. Like, it's not just a funny story or anything, but it's actually like as if it was a horror story, but it's funny. It's like, okay, let's say, for instance, the main character of the story, he's all scared. He doesn't have to be, but let's say he somehow is. But the comedic part is that he's scared of, like, the monsters that are quote unquote trying to kill him. Either they are or they're not. It's more funny than scary. Now, I'm not saying this is the humor. I'm just going to use this as an example of what I'm kind of explaining. So don't just think that this is the entire humor of it. So the humor sucks and my thing sucks and it doesn't represent all of it. It's just an example of what I mean for those who don't really fully understand. So it's like, let's say FNAF or whatever. Or no, actually, no, Slenderman. Okay, I walked through the woods and then I saw Slenderman. He called me an offensive. He canceled me on Twitter or some crap like that. I don't know, freaking. Or I saw he had blue hair and he started. I'm trying to think of a funny joke. Anyway, long story short, it's just fun. It's unexpected usually, but also just funny in general. So it's like the monsters can be funny, or even the main character or whatnot. Or I'm pretty sure it's mainly the monsters though. So it's like creepypasta, just funny. So it's like a funny horror. So not really horror, just it's like a parody of horror. That's it, a parody of horror, as more of like making fun of horror. I don't know. This is a parody. So anyway, enough about that. Now to another thing. When it comes to South Vietnam, so I made a video. Now here's the thing with South Vietnam. For those of you who don't know, the Vietnam War. If you were lied to about, in the sense that I'll get it in just a minute, but if you were told that it was America versus Vietnam, then you were lied to. So, and I'm not saying you're in the wrong or anything. You aren't. You were just told that was how it is, and you believed. Understandably, schools will say that. But just like how I was lied to before by a lot of people, people lied about Vietnam and said that Vietnam was America versus Vietnam. Like, oh, this Vietnamese rights form trying to defend themselves and whatnot. In reality, there was a South versus North. It was a civil war. And we originally helped supply and whatnot and send Green Berets, and we did send troops before 1965, I think. But 1965 is when we actually fully sent troops. Basically, America and other countries helped South Vietnam against North Vietnam. North Vietnam was aided by a lot of communist countries, and like Soviet Union, I think Czechoslovakia. I think that was part of the Soviet Union. I don't know, maybe not. Communist China, and whatnot. And then South Vietnam was backed and helped by and supported by America, Australia, South Korea, New Zealand, all these countries, Philippines. And the cool thing about that is that those countries actually sent troops while the others didn't, besides China. And I think North Korea, too, sent troops, or a very small portion, or at least they helped. But yeah, so and when people and another thing is they'll say, oh, it was just a Vietnamese war. We should have left them be because if it's not our war, it's a Vietnamese war. Well, tell that to the non-Vietnamese countries who helped them, who helped North Vietnam and the Viet Cong. So it's like, yeah, it was sucky. And so I'll make a video about the Vietnam War. And why am I getting to South Vietnam and whatnot? Well, it's just not because I wanted to. I want to make a video about it, but also I made a video. 1-hour version of South Vietnamese national anthem, and that's the most viewed video, despite me being a gaming channel. Ironically, a gaming channel, the most popular viewed video on my gaming channel most popular video on my gaming channel is the South Vietnamese National Anthem 1 hour version. So yeah, and funny thing about that is that the reason why I uploaded that is originally because I couldn't find, back before I knew, if you guys don't know, then you can actually do this desktop mode on your phones, or at least with mine, like Apple and your Safari or whatever, to where you can actually loop videos. You go in desktop mode, and then like when it comes to videos, then you just and you can even do it with Reddit and other stuff. I don't use Reddit, but I was just saying, but sometimes I'd see stuff, I'd press on Reddit to see what they were, and I'm into a lot of cats and mice being friends and whatnot. Okay, this is the thing. Anyway, but and a lot of this. Anyway, but long story short, they would, but you could actually, you know, for instance, on computer you could go on certain things, while on that phone you can't. So if you change the desktop mode, it's basically like you're going to the computer, but it's on your phone. When it comes to online searching, so and when it comes, and you can also loop videos like you do on the computer. So, but before I knew that, and if you want to know how to use it, like, at least for my phone, you know, the Apple, you know, you top left screen, or on the screen, the top left, when you're on there, it says, like, shows like 2 A's, a smaller, bigger A, or whatever it is. Press on that, and yeah, you'll see. Anyway, so, but before I knew that, before I knew you could loop videos on phone, or at least through Apple, whatever, through desktop mode, whatever, I decided to make a 1 hour version of South Vietnamese National Anthem so I could actually listen to it, because I love the anthem and I love South Vietnam, or the Republic of Vietnam, as it's officially called. And so that's what happened, and I made it, and then so many people, North and South Vietnamese, and of course South Vietnam doesn't really exist, or at least the country, but the people of it do, and you know, both refugees were born there, and ones who are still there, ones who were born in Vietnam after that, but were still, you know, and at least at heart South Vietnam, Republic of Vietnam, and people also, you know, descendants and whatnot in America and other countries, and Canada, but also by the Canadian troops also helped in Vietnam, not Canada, but just Canadians went to America, and then helped South Vietnam. Did I say North? No, they helped South Vietnam. Anyway, but long story short, and this is way more longer than I thought it would be. It's fine. I'll just explain this really quick and I'll be done. Technically, in general, I got a lot of South Vietnamese people, and people in North Vietnamese. I think ones even born in North Vietnam who like South Vietnam and prefer that over North Vietnam and whatnot. And I got a lot of people, I think, in Vietnam, or either mainly in Vietnam, or just set their things as Vietnam because, you know, their parents are born there, or they're born there, whatever. And since you have so many South Vietnamese, North Vietnamese, whatever, viewers and subscribers, either both who are born in those places, or at the very least, and when I mean North Vietnam, I mean, like I said, you know, the people, or North Vietnamese people who, you know, for South Vietnam, who support South Vietnam and Republic of Vietnam. So those people, and you know, Vietnam War vets, you know, and American as well, and, you know, Australian, New Zealand, you know, Thailand, all of them, Philippines. It's like all these veterans and whatnot, and, you know, people, not even veterans too, but also veterans, you know, just, you know, for people who actually, you know, will actually like that video, I'll be able to make that. I could even make a lot of content for people in South Vietnam and everyone else. And it's like, because, you know, that'd be great too. And a lot of you are probably watching it right now, the ones who actually, you know, saw me through my South Vietnamese, you know, video, whatever. And if any of those of you who have served in Vietnam, or families have served, whatever, either South Vietnamese, American, Australian, New Zealand, Philippines, all that, then please tell me. You know, if you want to, that is. If you don't, then that's understandable. But if you do want to tell me, you can tell me. You can tell me all the stories. I'm interested. A lot of vets love people listening to them. A lot of veterans love people listening to their stories, and I love those stories. I'm way into the war stuff. I'm more of a Vietnam War / World War I person, while others are World War II. So I'm really into the Vietnam War stuff. So if you want to tell me your stories, you can. Even if not Vietnam, even if you have stories in general. So yeah, just that'd be cool though, you know, and it'd be an honor too. So just talk to people who actually fought in that, and you know, descendants of the people who fought in that. And anyway, so yeah, I guess that's all this time, guys. I'll make videos. I'm not sure what video I'll make next after this. I'll probably be. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm 20 years old, and this channel has existed for like 6 years, 2016, and now it's 2022. Anyway, July 3rd, the main channel. Anyway, so I'm going to, I guess the next video will be Funny Moments Montage, or more of an anniversary, the 6-year anniversary, and I'm also 20, whatever. So I'll make that. Anyway, so love you all, and God bless you all.